Welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, so now we're doing Cancers. Alright. Meditating on the cards a little bit. Kinda feel like I should maybe light an incense. I don't know, I just like it when that happens. Okay. Hey Cancer, how are you doing since the last time? Hanging in, hanging out? Making sure everything's cool? Yes, the clicking is effective. Thanks for asking. So, before we get into the read, I have some new little lovelies. Well, I have lots of new little lovelies, but these are the important ones. So, this is alabaster. This is also alabaster. Stone of the Spirit. Okay? So, I did meditate on it, but I like touching it and cleansing it and all that good stuff. So, how you guys doing? I did shuffle and meditate on them, cleanse them. I used this for Sagittarius yesterday, so you just used it for Scorpio, and it did quite well. I got all 3 layers of the candles right now, plus one right here, so bringing in the goods. Bringing in perspective, understanding, compassionate, love, and fierceness. Ooh. You are too, huh? Ready? Okay. Let's do this. Alright, what does Cancer need to know? Highest good of all. What does the universe want Cancer to hear right now? No, understand. Ooh. Okay. 5 of Swords. Well, I mean, 5 of Spades. This is the Illuminated Tarot deck. You can use it as a playing card deck too. Hiding your hand. Ooh. The Jack of Pentacles. As above, so below, darling. Are you hiding something from yourself as well? This would be the Knight. The Knight of Pentacles. Slow moving. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Well, you know. Shit happens. What is life? A bunch of challenges to gleefully overcome. Okay, great. Oh, son of a monkeys. Alright, well, who had this yesterday? Dingle, dangle, ding-a-dong. Somebody had this yesterday. Fire sign. Aries? Possibly an Aries? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, obviously. That's the one I used. Hello, Sagittarius had this yesterday. Okay, so this is not just the 5 of Pentacles. This is also the Hierophant. So if you've watched my channel before, you know I read cards a little aqua taco. I read them a little more in depth. So if you break down the etymology of the Hierophant, the H-E-I-R is the heir. So the inheritor of, the reciprocal, the kind of pass it down from generation to generation type of heir. And the O is I, or the spirit. O is the symbol of spirit, or the sacred symbol of I. The I right here. This I. And then you have the Fant, which is short with the O-M off of the end, which is phantom, which means illusion. So it's heir to the eye of illusion. Okay. And I love that they made it the 5 of Pentacles. Do you want to be left out in the cold? The good way to do that is to make sure that no one knows what the hell is going on. So the heir to the eye of illusion. Are you struggling with that right now? What are you holding on to? What are those old traditions, belief structures, whatever have you? What is it? What is it you're holding on to here? Does he have those 3 pentacles in his crown? And he's holding the keys to 2 separate kingdoms? You have everything you need within you. Why looking on the outside? Why are you fretting about being left out in the cold? Who has that power over you? Who is trying to make you feel like you're left out in the cold? Are you doing it to yourself, or are you letting someone else do it to you? Well, both have to happen, I guess. As within, so without. As above, so below, darling. So, if this is happening, it's because somewhere along the way you were told, instructed, passed down from possibly family, friends, authoritative figures, whatever it is, that you were to accept this as truth. And now you're having to deal with the fact that it's not truth, and you're probably feeling a little left out in the cold. Like, why didn't you just tell me the freaking truth? Why didn't you give me the reality of the situation rather than letting me believe that this was true when it really wasn't? So, ooh, can't see you. Okay. And for your tender, nurturing hearts, this is not a pleasant experience. It never is for anybody, but... All right, let's see how's Cancer dealing with this. The Jack of Clubs, which is the Knight of Wands. I'm not judging. I'm not judging here. No judgment. How's that working out? Is it making it go away? Probably not. Dude, we all have our crutch. It's fine. I'm not judging. What is best for Cancer to be getting themselves out of this mentality? Ooh, subconscious energies. Gotta go within. All right, I got a freaking novel here. Ready, Cancer? 7 of Cups. You have choices. You have options. You don't need to stick to just one thing. Ooh, child. The Knight of Cups. Ooh, child. Okay. And the Knight of Swords. You're just in and out. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. All right. And the 7 of Clubs. The 7 of Clubs. 7 of Clubs. So you got 2 sevens here. You got all the... No. Yes, you do. You have all the knights. You're building an army, darling. Where are you going? Ooh. You know what? I like that idea. Go, Cancer, go. Build an army. Build an army. Heck yeah, fortify that shit. Be like, you know what? You're gonna pull this shit. I'm building an army. Taking your ass down with me. This feels, yeah. Ooh, hey. 2 sevens here. You got things open. But yeah, you're keeping your hand to yourself, and you're losing some sleep over this because, well, the state of the world isn't so great. Okay. The 3. Here's the other kicker. Hello, love. Okay, so your intentions are pure. Okay. If your intentions weren't pure, this wouldn't even be here. All right. Get some. Now it's time to be nosy. All right, Cancer. Let's get this. We are not going to be that nosy, though. We don't need to see what's in Cancer's hand because it feels like what they got going over here is a good thing. So, intentions well met. Let's get this. What's up with the Nine of Swords? How's Cancer going to suit that? The Pathfinder. If that isn't an army on a horse, I'm not sure what is a Pathfinder. Because you have to remember the knights typically would carry things to the hierarchy, but they would also scan the perimeter and make sure that things were safe. If someplace was dangerous, like even if like the landscape got crappy or there was maybe a pack of wolves sighted off over here, they'd tell you like don't go over there, but these places over here, they're pretty safe and there's some berries and whatever else. Okay, so I will look that up in the little sacred thingy. Anything else for the knight or the Nine of Swords, Cancer? Anything that's going to help them get through that? Anything easy? Pick up a novel. Read a book. Because I'm not going to. I'll look at the bottom card. The Geomancer. Learn how to grow some stuff. And the Nine of Trees. Fortify. Ooh, sovereignty. Stop the mental petty arguments in your minds. Alright. Let's look up the Pathfinder. The Geomancer, I do believe, is the Queen of Earth. Hang on. Let me double check. Pathfinder is another knight. The Knight of Pentacles. That's the one you started off with. Oh, you were getting impatient. It's taking too long? Geomancer is... Oh, that's the Queen of Pentacles. Yep, Queen of Earth. Okay. Okay. You gotta do it yourself? This is the army of one, Cancer? The 9 trees. Yes. That's independent energy. Can't see me. Alright, army of one. Got it. Okay, so how do we deal best with this not Pathfinder, Hierophant? How do we deal with this? 5 of Pentacles. Ooh, 7 of Birds. Ooh, okay. So, okay. Sacrifice. Okay. Okay. Now, this could go a couple different ways. My alarm bells are going up here. So this is the 7 of Swords. The birds, the air. You have the 5 here, and then the Hierophant. All of this signifies deception. All of it. Not a one is honest Abe. Not a fucking one. Not even a little bit. Now, as lovely as your intentions are, army of one, gonna do it my fucking self, back off. Do not get lost in this. Because I just had a video yesterday about integrity. So, as much as I love a good war, as much as I want to see the beautiful, nurturing Cancerians win, be careful you don't start lying to yourself. You need to hold your hand close to your heart, abso-fucking-lutely. Hold it, protect it, abso-fucking-lutely. Just make sure you're being honest with yourself, okay? You don't need to be honest with this, because this right here is begging for your deception. And if you do not give this your deception, it will come for you in ways you cannot comprehend. There's my alarm bell. You need to stay honest with yourself, but protect this. Okay? This, the Hierophants of the world, whatever regale they belong to, demand deception. They demand it. They put it out. They expect it back. If you give them this, they will come for you. Okay? So it feels like you're fortifying yourself for that. A little bit similar to Sagittarius, not quite the same. You're going to need to make a list, why am I saying Capricorn? Cancer. I know I'm on Cancer. Why am I saying okay. So you're not alone, number one. Number two, you need to make a list of things you are willing to sacrifice and things you're not willing to sacrifice. The things you're willing to sacrifice, give them up. The things you are not willing to sacrifice, what kind of action are you going to make to protect the things that you're not willing to sacrifice? And start making goals on making sure you fortify those aspects of life that you are not willing to sacrifice. Right. I want to clarify all these jacks on the table here. What's up with the knights? The knights, darling. Watch, I just got 4 knights out of this deck. Oh, no, I can't. Well, maybe I can. Nope, the Pathfinder was a knight. 10 of lotuses. Six birds in the reverse. Soulmates. Hey, 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 hey. Peacock 3. The Empress. Okay. There you are, darling. Beautiful. I love this. However, you're not taking your shit to safer waters. So, let's take a look. You're set up, dude. This is why you are in this state right now. Is because that thing is... This piece of shit is coming for your happiness. It's coming for you. It's coming. It's coming for everybody's sovereignty, authenticity, beauty, purity, love. It's coming for everything right now. And you're like, I think you're just starting to realize how much you might have fed into it and encouraged it to do so. So now's the time to take back those energies, those resources, those times, those pentacles. Typically, the 5 of Pentacles is a church window with 2 souls on the outside. Okay, so now's not the time to beat the shit out of yourself for supporting such a wretched system. You weren't told that from the get. I was raised Catholic, so now's not the time to start brutalizing the ever-living daylights out of yourself for not seeing through it sooner. Okay. No, because why? That's what this energy wants. Is for you to be preoccupied with beating the crap out of yourself. That's how they keep you contained and in power over you. If you are not beating the crap out of yourself, they don't have any power. That's how they keep power. You're bad, you're wrong, blah, 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 blah. The guilt and the shame are the things that need to get the hell out of your life right now. Because that's how they keep grip on you. That's how they keep hold. And then they perpetuate that cycle over and over and over again until you just become that person that they want you to be so they can continue to keep a grip. Okay? So no more beating the crap out of yourself. Okay? None of that. You keep it sovereign. You keep it safe. What are you willing to sacrifice for? What are you not willing to sacrifice for? Okay? Because this thing, straight out the gate, wants to demolish this energy. This sole purpose is to divide all of this. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't exist anymore. Think about it. What's in the very first story? Tearing it down. Next story. Most powerful sacred union on the planet. Boom. Obliterated. Nuked. What's the next story? Siblings. Nuked. Obliterated. What's the next story? Parent-child bond. Obliterated. You going to trust somebody who's going to, at a moment's notice, put you up on a slaughter slab because Sky Daddy said so? You going to trust that human? Fuck no. Okay? All right. Rant over. That's all I need to clarify. I'm going to leave this here with this. Okay. And that is going to get a Dark Goddess card because that's the energy coming onto the planet. Again. Okay. I'll read the energies. Try to understand them the best I can. I'm going to pull stone out. Okay. Yeah. We're not putting it on that card. All right. Okay. All right. The best advice for Cancer. Please and thank you. What does Cancer need to hear? From the Queen Mob deck by Tess Whitehurst. If you do not have this, please, I encourage you to go get it. It will help you tremendously through this turbulent time. This is better than a therapist. I am not fucking around. This one. Got it. Welcome, Dread Fury. Ooh, child, that's got boobies on it. Oh, well. Not looking to be modified. Roses have thorns. Okay, so this is, I'm going to read this one and this one. Okay. I'm not trying to be monetized or anything, but there it is. Okay. Facebook. I just saw a Facebook video with boobies in it. We're progressing. Here we go. 32 for all you little number fiends out there. Okay. Roses have thorns. Indeed they do. A rose's thorns are not proof of her sharpness, but of her voluptuous sweetness that is so rare, too full, and too generous to go unguarded. Similarly, many precious souls are gravely wounded in their past, causing them to erect daunting defenses against people or situations that may otherwise wound them yet again. You are one such soul, or you are presently encountering the barbed barricade of such a one. Or, perhaps both these statements are true. For those with emotional scars, wounds, love is often hidden behind formidable iron bars, locks, safes, and swords. Or, to use yet another metaphor, a maze, like a labyrinth of cold metal. A relationship can take time to navigate from its austere outer rim as its welcoming innermost heart. If you are determined and lucky enough to finally reach the center, it will likely look very different than the place where you began, warm and soft rather than cold and hard. Now, I hate to talk too much weirdness on here, but there's a beautiful book called I think it's Connection Process. The Connection Process. It's really small, super cheap. It's by Teal Swan. You don't have to have a partner to do it with. You can do it to yourself. And it is really cool. It's really cool. It's called The Connection Process by Teal Swan. If I can get to it, I will link it. But it's, so for whatever reason, YouTube is rejecting all my links. I don't get it. But yeah, the companion process. She has another book called The Completion Process. This is the companion process. It's a really small little white book with her face on the front. Okay. So, where was I? To come full circle with our metaphors, you will have endured the thorns long enough to discover the rose. While a prickly dynamic may be showing up for you in a romantic relationship, it can also show up in a friendship, a work relationship, and even with regard to your personal goals and desires. And even a religious, spiritual one. Your hackles may rise in any time you are afraid of getting hurt, abused or disappointed, slighted or embarrassed or abandoned. Of course, this is just true for others as it is for you, but you will be wise to ask yourself, who has their defenses up in this situation and why? Is it you? Is it someone else? Is it both? Don't stop looking when you discover the thorns. Look further for the rose is there as well. Have a compassion. Have a compassionate ship with yourself and others for the past pain that has lent itself to these foreboding defenses. But do not continue to give your power away to the illusion that such defenses are all there is. Place your attention not only on the prickly thorns, but on the velvety softness of the rose. Even if you can't quite see it yet, breathe into your heart and be brave enough to let its radiant vulnerability shine. Your heart's light will open up in the heart of the other, the person, group, or situation. Then you will truly see and be seen fully and deeply connect. Know this, love is more important than safety. This is true, but when you can't trust them and you can't trust yourself around these people, there's a difference. Vulnerability is more precious than power. True courage is never the protective prick of the thorn. It's always the fearless generosity of the rose. Now, that's not to say you give these people all the goes. That's to say you don't let this situation harden you and turn you into a total prick. Make sense? Because you have something to protect here. But you don't necessarily need to instigate a situation where you are coming off as the prick, because then you will fortify their belief structure, theirs being the heir to the eye of illusion that you are confronting. So if you can do it in a way where you're still in a loving mode rather than a prick mode, they will begin to awaken themselves rather than the pushback. It's not necessarily, sorry, my dog's snoring. It's not necessarily the pushback of the defense that will convert or open their heart. And again, this isn't your responsibility. You don't necessarily have to do this. This is for a coming to terms with the fact that you are both. You need to embody both and use it with discernment. So when they're coming for you, you do need to get the prick out. But when they're not, you can easily let the beauty in you and maybe this divine counterpart that you've either developed within yourself or with another shine, so that they can see, maybe from a distance, that they don't need to be into that binding spell any longer. They don't need to adhere to that because there's beauty and vulnerability and amazing happiness on the other side of that. So just take it with caution. Next one. Welcome, Dread Fury. Oh, I read it backwards. Roses have thorns. Oh, we're going to read it backwards. That's what we're going to do. Thought I read the wrong one. This is 37, the one that was just up here. I'm going to leave this one up here because that's the one I just read. And it looks like there's a bunch of swords surrounding her. She does have a... whatchamacallit on. 37 for those number fiends again. Okay, welcome, Dread Fury. Again, this is the previous card that was just up. Channel fierceness into power. There it is. Banish now all curses, hexes, and unwanted spells that have been placed upon you. Draw upon your fierceness and the purifying wrath of the goddess to unbind your soul and spirit now and for all time. Your freedom from oppressive inner patterns only awaits the your instantaneous and complete refusal to host them for one moment more. The patterns to which I refer may include self-criticism, disempowering cultural programming, coercive control from an individual or a group, codependency, intimidation, gaslighting, abuse, or any other form of physical, mental, or emotional hijacking. You are not as impressionable as you've been made to believe. You are not as susceptible to idle whims and wishes. You were not born to play a supporting role in the lives or fantasies of others. You do not deserve to have your power siphoned or freedom limited. You must choose now to unchoose any or all of these things once and for all. Find the dread fury within you, the sharp-taloned, black-eyed goddess who will suffer no foolishness or fools. Allow yourself to feel her presence that arrives like an inferno to incinerate all you will no longer accept. Let her wild liberation burn through you like a glorious explosion, followed by an all-consuming fire. Human culture and human relationships can be battlefields. There are those who would channel your power towards their egotistical agendas. Sometimes you must work to heal such dynamics through thoughtful counseling and inner exploration. Other times you must change your circumstances by immediately and utterly refusing. You must display your sharp teeth and scream a loud, piercing no that resonates throughout time and space, causing all that you are, unchoosing to retreat and dissolve away. The fierce and furious goddess is here for you. She reminds you that you have all the power you need to step out of whatever has been binding you, and you have that power now. Use it and never look back. Both the thorn and the rose. Both. You can choose both and use them with a discernment. Go be free, Cancer, but keep your flame.